Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, as there has been a lot of news, especially with the B-Word conference being today. And so before we get started, I would like to mention a new offer through SOFI, a personal finance company that has recently went public. And so right now they have this limited time offer where you can bring friends to SOFI. And so just by downloading the SOFI app on your phone using the link below the video, you will receive $10. And so when you receive $10, I will also receive $10. However, that means that once you do download the app, you are able to pass that on to friends and family, and then you will also receive that $10 credit. And so this is a great way to earn some additional income. So if you're interested in signing up for this, check out the link below. And so let's get started. I would like to take a look at the B-Word conference here. And so this was a conference to explain how institutions can embrace Bitcoin. And so the featured speakers here were Cathie Woods, Jack Dorsey, and Elon Musk. And so during this conference, Elon Musk came out and said that he owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. And so with that, he also stated that Tesla and SpaceX also own positions in this as well. And so I think this is very bullish, as he is continuing to buy these cryptocurrencies. And so I also think that this could be a bullish catalyst as well if Tesla has announced that they start accepting Bitcoin as payment, as they did back in February. And so if they do start reinstating that, I definitely think this will be a big catalyst for Bitcoin going forward. And so I'd also like to take a look at this as well from Cathie Woods with ARK Invest, has purchased 450,000 Grayscale Bitcoin shares in just 2 days. And so she has purchased $13 million worth of Grayscale Bitcoin shares and $43 million in Coinbase stock in the past 2 days alone. And so she is very bullish for cryptocurrencies. As you can see, she has been buying Coinbase stock and Grayscale Bitcoin shares as well. And so I think this is a very bullish point here. And so one of the other keynote speakers today at the B-Word conference was Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square. And so they are working on building a decentralized finance business using Bitcoin. And so we can see down here that the payment company Square is launching a business dedicated to decentralized financial services using Bitcoin. So Square's CEO and Bitcoin bull Jack Dorsey said on Twitter late Thursday that the company is focused on building an open developer platform with the sole goal of making it easy to create non-custodial, permissionless, and decentralized financial services. And so again here, Square is getting more involved in cryptocurrencies rather than just being bullish on Bitcoin and buying Bitcoin. He is looking to create a decentralized finance business here going forward. And so I think this definitely could be a good catalyst for Bitcoin. And so I'd also like to take a look at the Bitcoin chart here as well. So as we can see, this is currently trading at just above $32,000. And so we can see back in January and February, this went up substantially and then bounced off $40,000 and then started consolidating between the channel of $30,000 and $40,000 as we currently are now. And so on February 8th is when Tesla announced that they have bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and would start accepting it as payment. And so we can see since then that was just a catalyst from Tesla that has drove Bitcoin all the way up to about $60,000. And so if we were not to have that announcement, would we still be consolidating between $30,000 and $40,000? Who knows? However, I definitely think this is something to keep in mind. This was just an announcement from Tesla that they have bought $1.5 billion. Now let's imagine that if Facebook or Amazon or Apple says they have started to accept Bitcoin payment, or they have bought a large sum of Bitcoin, I definitely think this would be a large catalyst going forward. And so we can see if there's a lot of large corporations buying this, this definitely could drive the price of Bitcoin up. And so there has been a lot of positive news on cryptocurrencies over the last couple of days. However, I would also like to take a look at compliance and regulation. So I'm not saying this to spread fear of cryptocurrencies. However, I think this is definitely something that we should be keeping in mind. And so this is definitely something we're going to see in the future. This is something that they are looking into. However, with regulation and compliance, this will reduce the risk and volatility of cryptocurrencies, making it a much safer place for investments. And so I think this will attract more investors long term as well. And so we can see here that behind the scenes, the European Union is looking at cryptocurrency regulations. And so cryptocurrencies must have a balance between anticipation of their huge potential and better understanding of the risks that exist in these new markets. And so digital assets must be embraced, though in order that investors aren't forced to go offshore. By compelling trading to remain onshore, we foster participation in regulatory influence and development. And so they definitely don't want to just ban cryptocurrencies and scare everyone away, as they definitely see the potential with cryptocurrencies and them being beneficial. And so for crypto assets, the regulatory journey started with a very strong request by market participants for legal clarity. And so the legal foundation must be balanced against two important factors. And so this is the enablement of responsible innovation is one, allowing law-abiding participants to bring new products and services to the market. And so like I said, they do not want to just close out cryptocurrencies, as these could be very beneficial in the future. And so then there is the other side of things as well. And so there is the avoidance of obvious market failures at an issuance level and within fraudulent schemes. And so they want this to be a safe place for investments, and so they do not want it to be fraudulent, and so they are trying to protect people as well without completely banning cryptocurrencies, as these could be beneficial. And so I would like to take a look at this stock here. This is something that I've been following, and so this is currently trading at $1 in USD, and the ticker symbol on this is BBKCF. And so we can see that this was up about 35% today. I did mention this in my Patreon group at about 60 cents just yesterday. And so if you're interested in joining that, there is a link down below. Also, as always, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, so please do your own research. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And so I'd like to take a look at Bigg Digital Assets here. They are focusing on working with people for compliance and regulation. And so we can see here that their mission statement is to bring security and accountability to cryptocurrencies. And so with their trusted data analysis and risk scoring capabilities for blockchain, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. And so we can see here that they have two different products. They have Clue and BitRank Verified. Clue is the law enforcement unified edge, visually tracks and reports on transactions in the blockchain. And so the service is designed for law enforcement investigators and compliance officers, so they can see those fraudulent transactions on different platforms. And then their other product is BitRank Verified, and so we can see here that this provides a scale for the cryptocurrencies based on the risk of that cryptocurrency. And so for people that are buying these cryptocurrencies that may not be familiar with them, this is definitely something beneficial. And so I'd also like to take a look at this as well. They do offer a cryptocurrency training course, and so we can see a lot of large organizations and companies on this list that have taken this course, and so that definitely shows their interest in cryptocurrencies. And so we can see the Securities and Exchange Commission is on here, the U.S. Secret Service, we can see the Canada Revenue Agency, TD Bank, JP Morgan Chase, and then we can see some other large banks and corporations on here as well. And so I think this is only going to continue to gain interest as we go forward. And so I think this stock is definitely focusing on something that we're going to be talking about here over the next year or so. And so I think this stock would do very well here. They are just focusing on Canada right now. However, they are looking into expanding into the US and other countries as well. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check out that link down below to SOFI. Just by downloading the app, you can get a free $10. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.